I'm Liam. I studied BA Education and I chose the NCL 3008 module and studied in the student tutoring format. I wasn't sure on what I was going to do after university, and I really enjoyed the previous 2007 careers module last year, and I found the staff were really helpful in trying to guide my career goals, and there was an opportunity to work in schools which previously I hadn't done through the 3008 module, so I decided it was a natural choice ahead of an art teaching module because I'm not very arty. Initially, I'd completed the second year careers development module, and whilst I really enjoyed the module, I hadn't necessarily pinpointed what skills I wanted to develop, so I just did the module at my part-time job. That's why I enrolled on the third year careers development module, and with the help of the careers development tutors, was able to pinpoint leadership and management skills that I wanted to develop in an educational context, which has really helped applying for a job postgraduate. Initially, my placement, we got sent to a school. My school's in Heworth. I introduced myself to the staff. They were quite keen for me to take my own initiative in terms of the role. I was very keen to develop management and leadership positions because I've never really held anything like that in my part-time job. So I was very keen to sort of manage up, if you like, talk to department leaders, work with adult staff, because that was the first adult role I'd really had. But the role changed really from just doing basic admin work towards actually developing class resources, teaching time with real students in an actual GCSE class. And it's very difficult to get that sort of experience alongside your degree programme on a 9 till 3 course. So that for me was one of the best things I gained from the module. The teaching's actually very different from other modules. There's not so much in the way of lectures, even if they're scheduled as such. The sessions are much more interactive. They're very engaging in the sense of you'll be introduced to a topic and you're encouraged to reflect on topics. You're encouraged to talk about how you've developed different skills, what different skills you could develop to further yourself in the placement. And the assessment's very similar. It's not sort of a stuffy academic assessment with lots of referencing, quoting people long dead. It's talking about real life management theories that are current and modern, and actually how can I apply this to what I'm doing at my placement, and how can I get more out of the experiences that I'm undergoing, because at the end of the day it's those experiences that put on your CV that probably count more than your degree does itself. In a literal sense, I've managed to get a place on School Direct, which I think a major part of that is the experiences and the addition to my CV that I gained through the placement. But I think I've never led a class before, so that leadership role, that management side of things was definitely new for me. Working with department leaders and important figures in an organisation was something the careers module gave us, which other modules just couldn't give. And I think I was never really one for reflecting on practice. I was somebody who just sort of winged things and did things by the seat of my pants, and this actually encouraged us to do something, plan it, and actually look back and go, well, were those skills used correctly? Could I have done more in terms of planning an organisation? Did I use communication correctly, or was I actually too informal or too formal? The module encourages you to do that, and if you're not somebody who thinks in that mindset, the guys that teach the module are really quick to cultivate that, and I think that's really good. If you don't know how to sign up for the module, you can get in touch with your programme leader or check out the Careers Service website.